Hello again and welcome back, ghouls and goblins. In today's video is the new Kaya worth the mythic rare. Breaking down that deck list in depth, we do have an Orzhov control build that focuses around exiling our tokens to bring back creatures from the grave thanks to the passive ability that the new Kaya is offering us. Breaking down that deck list in depth, discussing the strategies and synergies held within, hoping to give you a deeper understanding of how to pilot the deck effectively and efficiently. Furthermore, we'll demonstrate against the best decks as well as players in-game. Finally, wrapping up with our concluding thoughts, deck review, and channel news. If you want to help out, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Leave a like. You can also comment if you have anything to say, as well as subscribing to the channel for future content. And if you ever want to share your personal deck, you're ever looking for help within something magic related, or you just want to stop by and say hi, we have the community Discord open for everyone, link in the description below. Cheers, and let's take a look at the deck.
It's a new lap record!
Here we are with our black and white Kaya Exile, Spirit's Justice. 4 mana, 3 starting loyalty with a passive ability. Whenever one or more creatures you control and or creature cards in your graveyard are put into exile, you may choose a creature card from among them, and until the end of turn, target token you control becomes a copy of it, except it has flying. This is pretty good, very unique, and something that I'm very much looking forward to experimenting with. We have a +2 ability, Surveil 2, and then exile a card from a graveyard, which could potentially allow you to mill a creature into the graveyard, as well as exile something to now change that token that you could control into whatever that you've just milled and exiled, which is pretty cool, right? So furthermore, we can also create that token ourselves with a +1 ability, creating a 1/1 black and white spirit with flying, and finally -2 exiling target creature you control, and for each other player, exile up to 1 target creature that they control, which is a crazy if you're playing Commander, you know, like a real Magic player. Just kidding. But at the end of the day, you know, hard exile is pretty cool, specifically if we can now trigger that passive ability again, which is even better, right? So that is the name of the game. So we'll be utilizing some creatures in deck through Tomic, Wielder of the Law, Shouldered the Apocalypse, as well as our Sanctuary Warden, right? And then generating tokens primarily through the Case and Wedding Announcement, but we also do have the Virtue here, the Wandering Emperor, and Kaya that can all make tokens for us as well. Forcing the discard if we get something in our hand that we want in the graveyard through Kaya. Also, just a great control planeswalker here. Again, forcing exile through Soul Partition, which could actually benefit us with Kaya, of course, as we do have that exile clause here. So, you know, acting as both an offensive and defensive spell is really, really nice for us here. Cut down, acting as removal, again, alongside Liliana's -2 ability. We'll also be utilizing the Virtue of Persistence, Lockthwain Scorn, -3/-3 to creature, gain 2 life, which is great. And then cleaning up with a Sunfall, which we absolutely love. And this is also another exile trigger for us to potentially rock with Kaya. However, all of our tokens are creature-based, so in this specific deck, it is only the Incubate token that you can have transform, which is still good enough, right? It's still going to get the job done for you and is quite a unique line. So that is the deck. To go through things more a little bit in depth, Tomic is a 2/4 affinity for your planeswalkers, 3 mana, so, you know, casting for 1 less generic if you control a planeswalker. For 2, that's quite nice. Flying, vigilance, and whenever your opponents attack with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or a planeswalker you control, they're going to lose 3 life and you draw a card. So this is nice. You get to do the old chippity-do with that, as well as drawing a card, which is quite nice. And, you know, maybe you have a Shouldered out as well, and now you're gaining life throughout the process. 4/5 with Death Touch for 4. Whenever you draw a card, gain 2 life. Whenever they draw a card, they're going to lose 2 life. The Sanctuary Warden for 6, a 5/5 with flying, entering the battlefield with 2 shield counters on it, which is great. And whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you may choose to remove a counter from a permanent you control. Does not have to be your shield counters, but can definitely be. creature or planeswalker, not permanent. But if you do so, you'll draw a card and create the token. And again, those tokens are what we are looking for Kaya, right? And then also drawing a card is fantastic as well. So that's kind of what we have it going on within our creature base. Like I said, we'll be making tokens through the Case of the Stashed Skeleton. It's a 2/1 that is suspected, so it has menace, it can't block, and then if it is removed from play, your case now solves at the beginning of your end step, and then you can permanently solve it sorcery speed on your next turn, okay? So this is quite nice, very good target for Kaya's ability, right? As it now is no longer in play, and your case will solve. We'll also be utilizing the Wedding Announcement for 3 mana. I should say that when you do solve this, you actually get to tutor a card out of your library as well, which is quite nice. So whatever the specific matchup calls for, you can grab that card. Wedding Announcement at the beginning of your end step, put an invitation counter on it and create a 1/1 unless you've attacked with 2 creatures, in which case you will still put the counter on it, but you'll draw a card. And then once you get 3 counters, transform it into the Festivities. All your creatures get +1/+1. Virtue of Loyalty's Ardenvale Fealty, 2 mana, creating that 2/2 Knight with Vigilance. Quite nice. The Virtue itself, as a 5 mana enchantment, will distribute +1/+1 counters on all of our creatures, as well as untap them at the beginning of our end step. Very, very nice. And that's all we have for token generation, other than the 2 planeswalkers. The Wandering Emperor for 4/3 starting loyalty with Flash, and a passive ability allowing us to activate loyalty abilities at instant speed the turn she entered play. +1, putting a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It will also gain first strike until the end of turn. That's quite nice with the Sanctuary Warden's ability. -1, creating a 2/2 Samurai with Vigilance. Good with Kaya. That's the token that we're talking about. And then finally, -2, exile target tapped creature. You gain 2 life. So some additional removal here within the Emperor as well, filling multiple roles within the deck. We've talked about Kaya, right? The +2, Surveil 2, the +1, create the token, the -2, the Exile, which will trigger her passive, which is really nice. The +2 can also potentially trigger that passive. And then Sunfall, cleaning up, exiling all creatures, Incubate X, where X is the number of creatures exiled this way. That Incubate token is really nice because then you can have it become a copy of the, something else, which is pretty cool, right? So that is that. We will be utilizing our Mire and our Empire as our utility lands alongside our creature land of the Fortress. And then in here with the Surveil lands, which is good to put our creatures, Warden, in the grave, as well as our Sanctum and Cave for consistency within those dual colors, and then a couple basics here to make sure that we're getting through to the end of the day. That is the first version of a black and white Kaya Exile deck that I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. It's working. It's a Sunfall deck. Of course it's going to work. But it's at the same time still fun to experiment with the new Planeswalker, right? And trying to find the best build for it. So if you have any thoughts and opinions, comments down below. Of course, there's a community Discord as well if you really want to yell at me. But most importantly, just have an absolute magical day. Thank you all so much for the support. I appreciate it. Let's play some Magic. Going first with, well, pretty good land, I think. Not really an aggressive start by any means, but it's here, and I think we can make the best out of it. Sunfall. So I'm hiding it. You guys notice that? I take my, hide it behind myself. Start with the swamp. Oh, hello. And a good games to you. I'm going to start with Skeleton. I assume they play something more threatening than a 1/1. Right, and I'll take that with the Virtue. Maybe on turn 4. Or, depending on our land draw. Humans! Boros Convoke. Sit for 2. It's a resolute reinforcements on their turn, I assume. Wedding out. Looking for our 4th. Yeah. This would have been a good blocker, but they could lord out. So let's just chill, try to get our 4th land so we can double cast. Oh, big tough guy. That's really good, actually. I will block. Yep. That's not a land. Just take the recruiter. Keep their creature count down for any potential convokes with Knight of Eos. 3 land, 4 in hand. Here comes a Warden. 2 red mana with a Gleeful. Ugh, gross. Now Warden can tap out easily. I will block still. It's my pleasure, truly. Thank you. Again, we attack. We can't block, so just keep smashing. A final token. Basically acting as triple removal. Oh! Strokeadelphia, dude. Stokeadelphia? I like to call it stroke for some reason. Alright. Virtue's down as a 3/3. Great blocker. Taking out their white sources. Whatever. Whatever. 1 damage. At least it's something, Mac. Ooh. Hello. I will keep some defenders back. Three blocks. Oh, another reinforcement. 4 attacks. Down to 6. Land off the top, I assume, and we get the win, baby. Let's roll out. Ranking up as well. Going first. Kaya's here, and, you know, I'm just trying to want to play with this card. Try to want to play? Excuse me? Oh my gosh. I'm excited, okay? New Kaya, let's roll out. I do need my 3rd land, though. Does Simi come here, folks? Maybe just like a mono green deck? I'm going to save this for now. Try to get our 3rd land, hopefully. Oh. That's good. No land. I'm so sad. Let's take it. Hit for 2. Ooh. That's a good card. Let's hit for 2. I'd expect some removal. Looking for our 4th and 5th land. Here it is. La Ramaval. I like hard-hitting question. 1 mana, really good. This is also nice with the proliferate. Mono green. I would have maybe put that on the scout or the contaminator. It won't survive. So let's take our damage and then exile the Contaminator. Kaya runs Distraction. I need a secondary token, though. Or straight up +2 to 5. I'll just take the removal. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to solve our case for us. They have their own case. Oh, nice. Okay, I just need my 5th land. They ignore Kaya? No, they don't. Okay. 5th land, untapped off the top. No. Alright, I mean, we're going to run Distraction again. We get the Scout. It's not great. I really need that land.
One of your friends has to leave.
Okay. They're ignoring it. Wow. Up to 7, then to 8. We're dead next turn without the wipe. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies. Ayo River. I'm going to force the discard first. Okay, very nice.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
That premature good game, loving it. Loving it. Case out. Solve this case. A land would be ideal? Is that wrong of me? I swear, HG, if you get a land. Oh, it is a good game. They were right. I'm just kidding. It's a hard decision, you know. I think the land was the right play, though. Our opponent will be going first. That's fine. Our land is acceptable. I don't mind, specifically if they are an aggro deck. Control deck, I might not want all the lands. Oh, yes, it is. Okay. A lot of this is now garbage. Literally. But, you know, we'll try our best still. I don't think either of us are going to be pleased with this. Yeah. Maybe a wedding announcement off the top. Hit for 2. It does not go through. It does. Interesting. End our turn. Okay, a little bit of a mirror match here. All right. We just make a token, right?
Nothing phases me. I don't let anything slip through the cracks.
We like the surveil, but post-combat, so no Sanctuary Warden. And we can't even confirm it's going to be in the top 2, right? So let's just chill out. Hopefully Kaya doesn't get dunked on, which she will. Okay. Permanently is... Oh, you dog. You're an absolute dog, dude. Woof, woof. Brutal. Brutal, bro. Very nice play line. Yeah. You still want that land? Nope. Nice.
You shine bright, hero.
Virtue is worthless. No creatures at all. They might take their own token, and I'm, I guess, okay with that. Yep. That's quite good. Something that could maybe even go in this deck that I didn't consider. It's a good land. It's good removal. I mean, I guess. Right of Oblivion anyways, so.
And you think you can win? Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
This is pretty bad. I wonder if they take their brick back. Probably. Yep. I mean, not impressed, you know? That's pretty good. We have to dunk on this.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
I guess we could have saved it ourselves, but I think we need this. Like, I don't think Lilion is actually really getting us anywhere.
We fight together.
I mean, she doesn't actually do anything. I will protect this with Soul Partition, though, I think. It's a draw. How do we not? That means they get to keep their Archangel, though. But they're going to get to keep it anyways, because it's just like a temporary reset.
This is our fight to win.
I think we should keep it. I guess we could block this. Just Sunfall anyways. I suppose. I'm sure they have more creatures to play. Again, let's take another draw. Okay. So we might have a play line here. We'll see. It's looking pretty grim, but, you know. We have 20 life. You have a lot of those, eh? That'll be their third copy of it. Wow. Counters there, nice. And it's an Exile too, so that kind of sucks. Maybe we'll just use our first. All right, let's clean it up. And then we can Wedding on top. I think that'll be all right. Token out. I mean, if we can run out these Weddings, that'll be good. The only bad thing is that creature's in exile. Ooh. Another lockdown, nice. Land out. They're down to 4 in hand. I mean, this Archangel's the most annoying. They're going to take Wedding. Okay. I like how the Bricks keeps re-entering. That's actually really, really cool. Like, that's cool. Undeniably so. That's phenomenal tech. I don't think we need any more land. All right, Kaya out. +1. Wedding out.
Play by my own rules. Keeps things interesting.
It's not great. We do have the block in the air, so, you know, they're going to try to remove our spirit, push up their token, and attack Kaya, I guess, I'd assume. Or just straight up cast their 4th Rite of Oblivion. Don't you dare, dude. I was kidding. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hello. Good news, after this final one, there will be no more. To cast their 5th. What? Bro, you're such a dirty dog, dude. Oh my gosh. Classic. Let's try to get the token on the block. Nice. Well, not so great then. They're out of Exile. We're safe to play it. I'm just going to collect the +1 counter here. Three cards in their hand. We're not in a good spot. We need a nice top deck. Sanctuary Warden off the top would be good. Even like a Shielder. There's so many good things in our deck. Anything is great, really. Not a Soul Partition, though, please. Or a Cut Down, really. What else don't we want? I think that's basically all the things we don't want. All right, this is transformed. It crews for 1. And it's a 5/5, baby. So I'm going to try to bait it out. Yes, you did. I don't think it matters. Keep it there or grab the +1 counter on it. I think keep it there in case they have their own field wipe. Elspeth's going wild. Maya, please don't shut off my computer. She's like, don't worry. I'll just play with your fan speed. Wandering Emperor, isn't it? Infinity blockers, basically, right? I'm just gonna keep the lands there. I don't, you know, why would we even need more? Mirrex is a go. Great card. Very, very good card. Okay. Hello. Classic. And that's kind of what I was expecting. Oh, a second Mirrex. I am screwed, bro. That's game. 2 Mirrexes? Oh my god, I just keep top decking lands. Well, this is not good. Elspeth is just carrying this entire match. Not to mention their 8 removal spells that they got access to early game. They still have half their deck and used all their removal. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ludicrous, bruh. Ooh, ooh, ah. Nice. It's not great. We can block one, kill the other. Ooh. And that's kind of why we keep land in hand, right? Nice. I guess just take the damage. Then give it flying too. Oh my gosh. That's how you're finishing me off? You are a legend. You're an absolute legend, dude. That's so cool. We need a fat PH top deck here. That won't do it. Shoot, I should have brought the land out for that counter. I tried to put a stop on, but the game, you know. The one time it goes quickly, right? No, that's, I mean, I guess we could block it. They would just give this flying, though, or... I don't think it matters. We're dead either way. Yeah. Two of them. We do draw. It will work. Should I just bounce this? Or just lose our token? Probably bounce it. Keep the token, push it up. We'll give them a good try. You know, we don't want to just run away. We'll let them beat us. Oh, you are such a legend. Land? But it can't block. They're just gonna leave it alone forever. It's not good right now. They remove the Warden. We're dead. Not pushing up the incubate. Interesting. It was worth waiting. I like it. Because that's what we're playing with. We're playing an Orzhov Kaya deck. And then we actually get to match against an Orzhov Kaya deck. That's so sick. Do you have a creature? No. That's kind of a bummer. And you already used your thing. So you should have used a might token and then given this flying. Oh well, it's fine. You know, we all kind of misstep here and there. They're still dominating. All right, they'll give it flying. Don't worry. Don't you worry. So now we actually do have a good game. It was nice to see Kaya, though. I think it was worth waiting around for. I think that was a fantastic match all around as well, right? Like, casual 25-minute game. And as a mirror match, too. It's fantastic. How many times did this Planeswalker activate abilities? That's what I want to know. Far too many. Far too many. Yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. They should have cycled this first. And then had the token become a copy of it. Right? And then they could have given it flying. The swamp cycling is actually quite good with Kaya and something I didn't consider in this build. So as that, you know, that's cool. All right, so the swamp cycling and the plane cycling could definitely go in the deck. Those are big creatures that are easy to put into the grave, that have, you know, the ability to draw that land, which I think is pretty good. And, yeah, that's not bad. Whether or not they're worth running is going to be another question. I think so, and we could even maybe potentially cut lands for it. Does that sound crazy? On another note, I think that if we had non-creature tokens, it would also be beneficial, like the Incubate token, blood tokens, map tokens, for Kaya. Maybe Kaya belongs in a Mardu deck. This could be as well. I think that's really all that I have to say. Kaya seems good, but you do depend upon a few things for it to be good, right? It's not like a Liliana, right? Liliana enters play -2, you sacrificed a creature. Doesn't depend upon anything else. Kaya, you are going to probably want to have a creature in your graveyard. You're going to want to have a token in play. At which point, then sure, you know, great, very good card. But when you don't, and you're just playing Kaya on an empty field, right? You don't have anything in your grave. They have a creature, like, here's a 1/1, you know? So it really is more dependent upon the coherence of your deck working together instead of just being like a one-of bomb, which is a little bit hard consistency-wise, but does make for more rewarding playlines, right? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member, join the community Discord. Most importantly, have a magical day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon in the next.